Let me ask you something. Be honest with yourself for a second. Have you ever told yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, only to realize that tomorrow never comes? Or maybe you've noticed that your daily routine looks exactly the same as it did last week, last month, maybe even last year. That's not just coincidence. That's your comfort zone at work. And while the comfort zone feels safe, it might be holding you back from the growth, excitement, and opportunities you've been secretly craving. In this video, we're going to unpack why avoiding your comfort zone is one of the most important steps you can take for your personal growth. I'll share the psychology behind it, the dangers of staying too comfortable, and, most importantly, practical, real-world strategies you can use to break free, starting today. So if you've been feeling stuck, bored, or just curious about what life looks like outside the bubble, stick around. By the end of this video, you'll have a roadmap to step out of comfort without overwhelming yourself. Defining the comfort zone. First things first, let's clear up what a comfort zone actually is. We hear the phrase all the time. Motivational speakers love to say it, but rarely explain it in a way that feels real. Psychologists define the comfort zone as a behavioral space where your activities and routines minimize stress and are ISK. Basically, it's where everything feels familiar and safe. Your brain loves this space because it means it doesn't have to work too hard. No stress hormones, no surprises, no effort. Think about it like your favorite couch. It's soft, it's cozy, it's always there waiting for you, but stay on that couch too long, and what happens? You start feeling lazy, maybe even restless. Comfort zones come in all shapes. Maybe it's eating the same food every day because you don't want to try something new. Maybe it's staying in a job that doesn't excite you, but pays the bills. Or maybe it's avoiding that gym because it feels intimidating, so you stick to telling yourself you'll start next month. Here's the thing, your comfort zone isn't bad by itself. We all need rest and safety, but if you never leave it, you're putting your growth, your opportunities, and sometimes even your happiness on pause. The science of growth outside the comfort zone. Okay, so why does growth happen outside of comfort? Let's talk science for a second. There's a principle in psychology called the Yerkes-Dodson law. It was first described over 100 years ago. And it shows that performance increases with stress, but only up to a point. Too little stress, you're bored. You don't grow. Too much stress, you're overwhelmed and shut down. But a healthy amount of challenge, that's where magic happens. Think about when you first learned to drive. At the beginning, your palms were sweating. Your heart was racing. Every car around you felt like a potential disaster. That's because you were outside your comfort zone. But over time, the challenge sharpened your focus, and eventually, driving became second nature. That's your brain literally rewiring itself through a process called neuroplasticity. Or take exercise. When you lift weights, you're actually creating tiny tears in your muscle fibers. Sounds bad, right? But those tears are exactly what signal your body to rebuild stronger. No challenge, no growth. So stepping outside your comfort zone is not motivational fluff. It's how the brain and body are designed. Growth needs friction. It needs a little bit of discomfort. The hidden dangers of staying too comfortable. No, here's where it gets serious. What happens if you stay in the comfort zone too long? Number 1, miss opportunities. You never apply for that new job, so you never discover the career that could have fulfilled you. You never ask that person out, so you never build the relationship that might have changed your life. Comfort is safe, but it's also a thief of possibility. Number 2, mental stagnation. The brain is like a muscle. Stop using it, and it weakens. Research shows that trying new things keeps your mind sharp, even as you age. But if you always stick to the familiar, your cognitive flexibility starts to fade. Number 3, long-term dissatisfaction. It doesn't happen overnight, but comfort zones often lead to regret. There's even a psychological concept called the regret of inaction. People tend to regret what they didn't do far more than what they did. Here's a picture for you. Imagine someone who's been in the same job for 20 years. It's fine, not terrible, but not exciting either. One day, they look back and realize 2 decades have passed, and they never pursued the passion project they dreamed about. Comfort didn't protect them. It quietly robbed them of growth. That's why avoiding the comfort zone isn't just about growth. It's about avoiding regret. Asterisk signs you're stuck in a comfort zone. Alright, let's get a little interactive here. How do you know if you're trapped in your comfort zone right now? Here are a few signs. You're on autopilot. Your daily routine rarely changes. You avoid risks, even small ones. You don't feel excited or challenged anymore. You use distractions, TV, scrolling, procrastination, to avoid discomfort. Be honest with yourself. When was the last time you tried something truly new? Not just ordering a different drink at Starbucks, but really stepping into the unknown? Here's a funny but telling example. Ever binged a show you didn't even enjoy just because it was easier than picking up a new hobby? Or maybe you've been saying, I'll start working out Monday, every Monday for the last year. If any of that sounds familiar, congratulations. You found your comfort zone. Practical techniques to break free. Know that we know what it is and why it matters. Let's get practical. How do you actually break free from the comfort zone without overwhelming yourself? I'm not going to tell you to quit your job tomorrow or climb Mount Everest. Growth doesn't mean jumping into panic mode. It means nudging yourself, step by step, into the growth zone. Here are some proven techniques. Number 1. Start with micro-challenges. Don't underestimate small steps. Order a meal you've never tried. Take a different route home. Strike up a 2-minute conversation with a stranger. These micro-challenges train your brain to handle discomfort in bite-sized pieces. Number 2. Understand the 3 zones. Comfort, growth, panic. Visualize 3 circles. Comfort is where you feel safe. Panic is where it feels impossible, but the middle zone, growth, is where you should aim. You don't need to run a marathon tomorrow. Start with a 10-minute jog, just enough challenge to stretch you, not break you. Number 3. Reframe fear as data. Fear doesn't mean stop, it means pay attention. Think of fear as a highlighter showing you what matters. For example, public speaking. The reason you're nervous is because your brain knows it's important. That's not a stop sign. It's a signal to grow. Number 4. Use accountability. Tell a friend what you're going to try this week. Post it on social media if you're brave enough. Suddenly, your comfort zone feels a lot less sticky when someone else is watching. Number 5. Reward the effort, not the outcome. Stepping out of comfort isn't about winning every time. It's about trying. Reward yourself for the effort, even if the result isn't perfect. Try these and watch how quickly your comfort zone starts to expand. Real-life stories and role models. Sometimes the best way to see the power of leaving comfort zones is through stories. Take J.K. Rowling. She was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter was accepted. She could have stayed comfortable, never sharing her story. Instead, she pushed past rejection, and the rest is history. Or think about Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC. He was 62 when he started pitching his chicken recipe. Over 1,000 rejections later, he finally succeeded. Imagine if he had told himself, I'm too old. Better stay comfortable, but let's go smaller and more relatable. I know someone who joined a dance class at age 60. She was terrified of looking silly, but within months she said it was the best decision of her life. New friends, new confidence, new energy. The point is, you don't have to be famous to prove. Comfort zones are meant to be broken. Ordinary people do it every day, and so can you. Addressing common excuse. No. Let's tackle the excuses that usually pop up when you are in comfort zone. Excuse 1. I don't have time. Truth is, you don't need hours. Start with 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes of learning a new skill, stretching, or calling someone you've been avoiding. Growth doesn't demand massive time, just consistent effort. Excuse 2. I'm too old. Science says otherwise. Neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire, continues into old age. Studies show seniors who learn new skills improve memory and mood. So age, not an excuse. Excuse 3. What if I fail? Let me flip that. What if you succeed, and even if you fail? Failure is just feedback. Every single successful person has stacks of failures behind them. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the path to it. So the excuses sound convincing, but they're really just comfort zone whispers trying to keep you safe. Don't let them win. Practical challenge 4. The audience. Alright, time to make this real. Here's my challenge for you. This week, do one thing you normally avoid. Just one. It could be as small as trying a new restaurant, calling someone you've lost touch with, or taking the first step on a project you've been putting off. Then, come back here and drop it in the comments. I'd love to see how many of you actually take action. Let's build a little community of people breaking free together. Remember, action beats intention every single time. So, let's wrap this up. Your comfort zone feels cozy, but nothing grows there. Science shows that growth lives just beyond it in those little moments of discomfort that sharpen you.